Hello and welcome to Psychological Disorders in Childhood. I wanted to start by giving you a little orientation to our Moodle page and what our class will entail and get you started on the right track. So this is our Moodle page. It's organized by week, but the first section called Start Here will cover the basics of what you'll need throughout the course, so you'll want to check back with this frequently. You should read the tips and pointers here and familiarize yourself with them. If you have questions, right here, we have a forum for question and answers among students. So I encourage you to ask and answer questions here, and I'll give you extra credit for participating in this forum, either by asking or answering questions. You will also have a short final paper for this class, and any information you need about that is here in this final paper information section. And then after that, we get everything organized by week. So throughout the week, you should be working your way through the section. I have it organized within the different chapters that we'll cover each week. We'll cover about 2 to 3 chapters per week. So going back to our general information, I want to make sure that you read the syllabus very carefully, which is located here. I'd also encourage you, if you can, to print it out or save it so you always have a copy on hand. So this is what our syllabus looks like. I've got my contact information here. Email's the best way to contact me, and I'll respond to emails within 24 hours during the week. On weekends, I generally don't check my email. Be aware of that because most of your assignments are due on Sunday night. So if you wait until Saturday night and have some kind of problem and email me, I won't necessarily be able to help you. So please make sure to look at all of the assignments and start doing your work during the week so you have time to contact me if you have any questions. The syllabus also has our course description and learning objectives, and as well as the textbook information. This textbook is going to be quite important for this class, but an online version is fine and might be more affordable. We've got a lot of material to cover in a short period of time, so please make sure to take a look at this How to Succeed in this class. If you look at the total class time over the 16 weeks in fall and spring, a 5-week summer course should take up about 9 hours per week. So be aware of that and be planning for this to be a substantial time commitment. There's 3 big things that you can do to help yourself stay on top of the material. So read the textbook, review the PowerPoints and any other materials I post, and do those things early in the week and do them regularly. Also do the discussion forum assignments. So these assignments are designed to help you understand the material, so make sure you do them for your own benefit and they're a significant portion of your grade. And then finally, ask questions. So if you have questions during the week, ask me. If you have last minute questions or at any time, really, you can use that help forum that I showed you to get responses from me or from your peers. In terms of course evaluation, there's a syllabus quiz that's due this week that I'll show you. You have to take that to make sure that you have understood things. And then we've got our discussion forum assignments, which are 35% of your grade. You'll need to post an initial response to the discussion questions for the week by Thursday at 11:55 p.m. This will give your peers time to read your post and respond to it. Forum posts should be a minimum of 4 to 6 sentences, and many of the prompts have multiple questions, so make sure you answer all of them to get full credit. And then by Sunday night at 11:55, you'll need to respond to at least 2 of your classmates' posts. So these should be substantive responses, more than just I agree or I disagree. And late posts are not accepted. And the next portion of your grade is tests. So tests are worth 45% of your grade. There's 1 test for each chapter covered, which makes 11 tests total. You can only take each test once, but each test is pretty short. There are 10 multiple choice questions and 1 to 2 short essay questions. All of the tests are due on Sundays at 11:55 unless otherwise noted, and tests cover reading as well as any other additional materials like videos that I may post. And then finally, 20% of your grade is the final paper. I'll go over this more in the coming weeks, but basically you're going to develop a fictional case study that includes information about assessment, symptoms, and development of a specific disorder that you select. A detailed rubric is posted under the final paper section of the top section on Moodle. Make sure you also familiarize yourself with all of these class policies and procedures. And then if we go back to our Moodle page, the second really important document is this course schedule. It looks like this. So pulled up here. It looks like this, and I've got it broken down by week, and it basically parallels what's on Moodle. It tells you what you need to do each week, and I'd also encourage you to print this off or save it and check off things as you go. So if we look at our first week, we've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's look at it in our Moodle page so you can kind of see what it looks like. Our first week is really busy because we're covering 3 chapters, but they're all pretty short, so it should be manageable. And for all of the rest of the weeks, we'll only cover 2. I encourage you to start early this week to give yourself enough time. So first, we've got a couple of introductory things to do. So there's an introduce yourself forum, just so we can all get to know each other, thinking a little bit about your major and experiences with children and anything else we should know. You've got the syllabus quiz, which should be pretty straightforward if you've read the syllabus. And then we'll jump right into chapter 1. So for chapter 1, you'll need to read the chapter and then also review the PowerPoint that I've posted. Sometimes there will also be links to videos or other resources that I encourage you to look out as well. You've also got a discussion forum for this chapter. So for this one, we're talking about what is normal and how we define it. And so I'd like you to think about and find an example of cultural variability in the definition of normal behavior and answer several questions about this. And then finally, you'll have a test on chapter 1. We're skipping chapter 2, so the second chapter you'll cover for this week is chapter 3. And so this covers some basic principles of developmental psychopathology. So this is the approach that we'll use in this course. So you're going to read the chapter and look at the PowerPoint. The discussion forum for this chapter requires you to come up with some examples of equifinality and multifinality and talk about the importance of each of these concepts. And then you have, again, a test on chapter 3. And then finally for chapter 4, it will cover some of the importance of assessment and diagnostic issues. There's no discussion forum for this chapter, so you'll just have to read the chapter and the PowerPoint. I've also given you an example of one of many assessment tools, and then there's a short test. So remember that for every week, the initial discussion forum posts are due Thursday at 11:55, and everything else is due Sunday night at 11:55. So that's the basic structure of how this class will work. If you have any questions, please contact me via email, and I look forward to hearing from you and reading your introductions on the Introduce Yourself forum.